Hey everyone, can you hear me? Can you see me? Well, I'm doing my podcast. Sorry, let me adjust the Mandalorian's helmet. Well, I'm doing my podcast Saturday, December 20th, on this great Saturday Eve. Not Saturday Eve, but Saturday night, sir. I don't know if my voice is okay, but I was running around today, as you know, on this planet called Earth. I woke up and then I woke up kind of early. I think I had like 6 or maybe 7 hours of sleep, and I basically went to my sandwich shop in the back of my building. You know, the B18, the cafe, and I had my egg whites and whole wheat toast, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, right? And then from there, I had to go pick up the keys for my new office space here in Jersey City. So I walked over there, and the guy was there, and I looked at the space as well. Basically, the old tenant has basically taken everything except he actually left us the TV that's on the wall. And the furniture, obviously, all the furniture is there. And I just need to buy a non-frost fridge, right? And besides moving the computers and all that, so that's happening. First week of January, we're gonna move in there. So. So let me try to see if I can actually mimic mental movie. That's not necessary. That's not necessary. No, I can't do the voice. Is the voice actually the same as the actor? You know, the Boba Fett from the Star Wars galaxy? Because that voice actually sounds familiar from another actor. What was that fucking show? It's about a spaceship, and the guy is a Canadian actor. Actually, it sounds like his sound, but in any case, no, I can't do that because that's a very specialized sound. Is that what it is? Oh my God! You know what? This thing is going to like suffocate me or something like that. I feel like not suffocate, but I feel like very I mean, it's a fucking costume, so I feel like this is what I feel like. Jesus. No, I feel like this is going to like fucking sweat my head or something like that, right? But let me see. All right, so how do I sound now, huh? Do I sound different? How is everyone doing? George Lucas' Star Wars, as you know, this is the word of mouth, not word of mouth, but this is the topic of discussion, especially among Star Wars fans, right? I was thinking to actually go to the Newport AMC cinema to see the Star Wars, but and then I thought to myself, now, I would rather wait until the movie, the last of the trio, 7th, 8th, and 9th, to come on Amazon, and then I'll watch it at home with peace, at peace. I can pause it, I can go to the bathroom, I can have a little bit of food, whatever I want, right? as opposed to the schedule of the movie theaters. Although the 3D, and obviously, you know, it's not as great as in a movie theater with the 3D. Although if you build a home theater, I don't have enough space to build a home theater, so I have that 48-inch TV, you know, on the wall of my bedroom, and I have this 48-inch in my living room, so that should be good enough, right? So, oh shit, you know what? I forgot to watch The Mandalorian. What was that, like episode 8? I guess I'll watch that tonight. Yeah. So yeah, so my day started off today. You know, I actually, after I picked up the keys, then I had to go to Brooklyn to meet one of the contractors because he had a check for me. So I went there, I drove over there, and met the guy, and he gave me a check for one of the pending invoices. So, you know, it's a hustle. So, oh, by the way, so I forgot yesterday about NJ lottery, right? This thing kind of fucking suffocates me. Let me see if I can do this again. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, this, which one is this one? Let me see. Mega Million, right? Mega Million. So I bought 4 of those. So the draw was last night. So let's see what happens. I'm going to check after my my podcast. You know, you go to njlottery.com and then find out if you got the jackpot or not, which I don't think so. Because the statistically speaking, the chance is very little, right? Probability. Yes, probability. If you want to be a little more technical, the probability of me winning a jackpot is very small. It's like minuscule. Minuscule. Right? Okay, so, and then I went to, you know, ShopRite, and then I did a little bit of grocery shopping. I had my leftovers. Oh, last night I went out with my ex-girlfriend to dinner in at a Coolest, right? And so she was asking me what I was doing for the New Year's, and I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to stay home. Because New Year's is actually the worst. It's the worst night to go out, you know, especially. Unless there's a very, like, an intimate, like a family kind of event, then that's a different story. You know, how do you guys like my costume, huh? Boba Fett costume and DeLorean. I bought it from Amazon, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that show, Mandalorian. So, although it's kind of like... I feel like kind of old for that, but then, you know, Star Wars is kind of our generation, Generation X. Even the generation before us, well, Generation X, yeah, 60s and 70s, people were born in the 60s and 70s, right? What else is happening besides Star Wars saga? Because I don't want to turn my podcast into Star Wars saga, although I think Star Wars has made a lot of freaking money, right? A lot of freaking money. Oh my god, this thing is freaking like annoying me now. How about that, huh? So I was just talking to Geico, right, my insurance company. And I told them what exactly had happened, and I emailed them the police accident report, and they were saying that even though I might have been issued a summons, which I had to deal with, So by the way, that fucking summon, apparently, if I plead guilty to that summon, right, then I get 2 points on my license, which I don't want to fucking do. So I'm going to hire a lawyer, not plead guilty, and then I'm going to have it dismissed. You know, it's a fucking traffic ticket, right? Because if I get points on my insurance, I mean on my license, that means that my insurance, my car insurance is going to go up, right? Which I don't want to do that. So I already contacted a local lawyer here. So let's see when he gets back to me, then he probably is going to ask for a copy of the ticket and all that, blah, 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 right? So, and then I was working actually for a couple of hours, and I was also watching, as usual, my, movie nights, and when I get up over the weekends, I usually watch a little bit of movies or a show. Succession is what I'm watching, obviously, right? Ad Astra, I think I watched that again. Ad Astra, that's a fucking great movie. I think I said this last time, right? For anybody who wants to really know about space travel, Ad Astra is by all fucking means, is the most realistic space travel, and how to be an astronaut, and how to land your ship, not your ship, but pod onto Mars or onto Moon, is the most realistic, closest to the science, as opposed to science fiction, which I believe. Great acting by, what's his name, Brad Pitt. And, what else did I watch? Oh, Jesus Christ, Joker. Didn't I say? Isn't that like one of my cheat sheet topics? Joker. Oh my fucking God, man. That movie. Sorry, I don't want to jump the gun. Oh yeah, that's the last topic in my cheat sheet. But in any case, so, oh my fucking God, man. That movie. So fucking creepy, but great, like fucking amazing acting by Joaquin Phoenix, right? Joaquin Phoenix, is that how you say it? Oh my fucking God, it's set in New York, and oh my God, Jesus Christ, in the early, 1980s. But the acting was great, and I recommend. I mean, that's a movie in the DC cinematic universe, right? So yeah, that's what I did, and then I did do a little bit of cooking as well as I did a cooking video, which I haven't uploaded tonight. I had the leftovers, but then I also, I have to pick up my laundry right here on Norris Street. I usually drop it off like Friday night, or this time I did it on Thursday. And so I went to pick it up because the laundromat is right there, it's like a block and a half away. So I went there and I picked it up, and then I was coming on my way back, I saw a Mexican restaurant, across the street. I'm like, you know what? I feel like a craving for like a rice and beans. So I went in there and I ordered like a side of rice and beans for to go, right? And then after I had my dinner from my leftovers from my cooking of, I think I did the cooking not Friday, Thursday night. Yeah. So, and then I said, you know what? What I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the beans, and then I'm going to improvise a dish. So check it out, because I don't want to talk about my cooking videos and my podcast, but check it out on my YouTube channel when I upload it. Okay? Tomorrow, if not tonight, tomorrow night, right? Alright, how's everyone doing, huh? Weather actually has been kind of like, what do you call, mild, which is actually not good for our area because, okay, it could be mild now, but then all of a sudden if it fucking goes down back to fucking like teens or like, you know, start snowing again. Winter in Northeast is harsh to begin with, and on top of that, if it becomes worse, what the fuck are we gonna do, sir? You gonna move to Florida? No, I'm not gonna move to Florida. I'm fine where I am. So what? If it's a little cold, who cares? It's fucking weather. It's not like fucking Sandy, you know? Yeah, so I was working a couple of hours and then I did that cooking and then I was talking to Geico. The Geico guys were very helpful. They were like, you know what, even if you didn't stop, it seems like the other guy's fault. I said yes. And then, and because here's the fucking thing, right? So other guys, so I asked them, listen, so if it was my fault, right? If it was really my fault, then the other guy should have put a claim, right? They said that he hasn't put any claim. You know, that fucking thing happened on the 13th, right? December 13th. And then now it's already December 28th, right? So they sounded very helpful, although I don't know what the fuck they're going to say after they look at the police report and all that bullshit, right? So this is what happened, right? So I went, remember I told you guys, after I spoke with the mechanic, I went back to the precinct, right? East, whatever the fuck it is, right? And so that guy, the officer comes in and I request to him, listen, mechanic is saying that, you know, I'm the one who is you know, who's liable for the accident when I was going on the road with my right-of-way, and then, you know, this guy comes out of the parking spot and he hits me, and that's what you show on the diagram. He's like, no, I'm not going to change my report, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I'm like, fuck this. You know what? I'm not going to fucking argue. It's fucking bullshit. I'll just fucking go to the mechanic and I'll just fucking have it, like, you know, repaired. Although that fucking asshole, you know, he hit me. And so I'm like, fuck this. And that's kind of a biased report, to be honest with you. And that's what they told me, the Geico people told me. So let's see what their adjuster says, you know. So this is what happened, right? So if you want to have your car fixed after an accident through yours or the other party's insurance company, so the insurance company sends an adjuster and then looks at the report, looks at the damage, and then he or she goes back to the insurance company, and then they provide their report, how much is the damage, how much is going to cost, and how much is the fucking premium is going to go up, right? My monthly premium, that's what I asked them. So let's see what they say after the adjuster comes out. And hopefully my premium does not go too high. But in any case, let's see what happens, right? And I'll fucking deal with the fucking summon next week. Right? Right. What else is going on, huh? So that's the fucking story of that fucking car accident. That happened noon, right? Fucking asshole hit me and claiming that I'm responsible. Go fuck yourself. That's all I can say, right? Um, um, um. Oh, guess what? You know what? Guess what? You know what? I actually found another like breakfast place while I was walking from the fucking um, laundromat, right? Next to them is like a place. It says breakfast, blah blah blah. Let me look it up. Google. I looked it up, and it's one of the original cafes that was opened in 2013. So I got a lot of options for breakfast sandwiches, huh? Yeah, I can't start my day without a fucking breakfast sandwich, right? So I might check it out tomorrow. So when I get up and ready to have some fucking amazing sandwich after my my morning or afternoon movie session, whatever the hell it is, right? Mandalorian. Okay, so back to the fiction as opposed to the fucking reality, right? So yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Check it out. Yeah, tomorrow I think my girlfriend. I think my girlfriend has gone through a lot of like fucking bullshit she had to deal with. She's young, but from a very young age, I think she went through a lot of like stuff. I don't know what the fuck, dude. And I really feel bad for her in a sense that she had to fucking deal with all that, But in any case, I mean, obviously, facts before feelings. So I think she's gonna come over tomorrow, and I'm gonna pick her up from Newport Park train station, right? I think so. Because this whole fucking thing with like Holland Tunnel bullshit, with the traffic, especially Sunday nights and especially holidays time, there's always fucking traffic. Oh, the other thing that I actually discovered, right? This is the biggest fucking flaw. As you all know, right? Let me just get this out. This fucking thing, right? As you all know that the best app to use for directions, right? WAZE is WAZE, right? What kind of fucking material is this? Like silk or what the fuck is it? Some synthetic material. But in any case, so WAZE, right? So this is the biggest fucking flaw with WAZE. And what is the biggest flaw, sir? The biggest flaw is that, and I've been noticing this after after last Sunday when I went to Tribeca to pick up my girlfriend. So this is what happened, right? Okay, so I told her, hey baby, so let's meet at 7. And I'll pick you up from there, from the outside the French place, French restaurant, And, what was she saying? Oh, she said, maybe, can we change it to 7:30 because I'm still waiting for the Airbnb. She does Airbnb and all that, right? Which is good for her. But then she told me that Airbnb had just arrived and then she could still make it at 7. So it was 6:20, right? I was working here in my apartment, and then I leave around like 6:15. I pick up my car downstairs, right, at the automated parking garage in my building, right? And so then and then this is about 6:20, right? So I open WAZE, right? I open fucking WAZE, right? And so I get the directions, right, to what is that fucking French place on Broome Street, Lacerine, where the fuck it is, right? So I get the directions, and it tells me that I should get there by 6:56 p.m., right? And this is 6:20. So it's telling me that I should get there in like 36 minutes. I'm like, perfect, you know? So I can meet her at like, you know, at that time, and she usually arrives there on time. She usually is never late. So this is what the fuck happened, right? With fucking WAZE and all these fucking you know, direction apps. Okay, so I come out of my parking lot in my building, and I go on Grand, and then I make a right on Marine Boulevard. I go straight on Marine Boulevard, past ShopRite, right? Past ShopRite, about like, I don't know, 500 feet. Then there's like fucking traffic. Because two stops, I mean, 2 lights away is where you make a right to go into fucking Holland Town, right? So basically, it's like a fucking parking lot on this road, right? It's a local road. It's not a fucking highway, right? And so the right lane has to basically make a right onto the road. What is that fucking I-78, right? To get into the Holland Town, right? You have to go through the fucking, you know, the the toll booths and all that. So I usually try to stay on the right, because the right toll booth, the rightmost toll booth, they have like, I don't know, 9 or 10 toll booths, right? And so many of them have cash as well as easy pass. So I have easy pass, you know, because this is the fucking dumbest thing you can do, you know, not getting an easy pass. Although the fucking toll booths, you know, the entrance of Holland Tunnel are so fucking old school. I mean, these guys have not updated the toll booth. Like, if you go to fucking let's say Berry Tunnel, right, which is Hugh Carey Tunnel. It's called Hugh Carey Tunnel now. Or even Midtown fucking tunnel, right? So they have the new fucking like system where you don't even fucking stop for anything. These fucking assholes, which is Port Authority, right, of New York and New Jersey, right? They still have those fucking old school toll booths where you have to, like, even if you have Easy Pass, you have to like have your car bring it down to like 5 miles per hour, right? Because if you go higher than 5 miles, or even, I don't know what the fuck it is, 10 miles per hour, what happens is that the fucking machine can't read the fucking Easy Pass tag, right, on top of your windscreen. So this is such a fucking old technology, and this is the problem with bureaucracy, the infrastructure and all that. Is that my fucking rant on this? Yes, exactly. I mean, instead of like making fucking, you know, okay, this is what I say. Okay, so I'm paying $15, right? Tunnel through fucking Holland Tunnel to get into Manhattan. Fine, I'll pay a couple of dollars more, okay? But at least make it like fucking like a more latest technology where in the city where, you know, you don't even have to fucking stop. You just go through. You just have to follow the speed limit, okay? Whatever the fuck the speed limit is. But you don't. It's no fucking cash anymore. No cash anymore, okay? So this is the fucking thing with Port Authority of, you know, New York and New Jersey. They have to update their fucking toll booths, right? So, okay, so to make the long story short, what the fuck I was talking about? Then I went on a rant about toll booths, right? Well, I did, because you know why? Because this is fucking like America. This is not like fucking a third world country, you know, where you know, we have the best innovation, right? So, okay, so this is what I'm going to talk about. The flaw in fucking WAZE, right? This is the fucking flaw. So, I look it up, right? I mean, it usually takes about 4 to 5 minutes to 6 minutes for the automatic machines to bring my car down, right? And then I usually like go on WAZE and then I type in the address and then WAZE tells me that I'll get there 6:56, right? Am I fucking repeating myself? I guess I am. But in any case, so I get past, right? So I drive, I go past fucking Shop and Right, right? And then there's fucking traffic. You know what WAZE does at that point? It says, oh, you know what, there's delay, a 7-minute delay. So now, instead of 6:56, now I'm arriving at whatever the fuck it is, right? 7:06 p.m. And then it increases up to like fucking 7:20. I'm like, what? Why didn't you fucking tell me when I open your fucking app? You know, this is the fucking problem, right? People say that WAZE is interactive. It's not. It's fucking not. I'm telling you right now. WAZE is not interactive, and it will put you into fucking parking lots of traffic. Okay? Parking fucking lots. Because it doesn't know that there's traffic, oh, by the way, near the entrance into the tunnel. So it will tell you, oh, you know, you're fine. You'll get there in 34 minutes, and you're fine. Your girlfriend will be fine, and she's not going to be upset about you not being there on fucking time. And this was the other fucking problem, right? And so as soon as WAZE told me that, oh, by the way, so there's a delay because there's a lot of traffic going into the tunnel, so you'll be arriving at 7:06 or 7:07 or what the fuck it was, right? So I texted her with a screenshot from my phone. Hey baby, so looks like I'm it's bumper to bumper here, so I'll be getting there a little late, right? And she's not getting my fucking text messages for some fucking reason, right? And then she probably was in the subway. But in any case, whatever the hell, right? But in any case, so I'm still in the fucking traffic, right? And then it goes, so WAZE tells me from 7:06 to now it's like fucking 7:18. I'm like, fuck this shit, right? So that means that I'm gonna get there like 18 minutes late. Thanks to who? Fucking WAZE, right? Fucking WAZE. This is the biggest flaw in WAZE. If I get big on Twitter, I'm gonna tweet to them and I'm gonna tell them this is your fucking biggest flaw in WAZE. It is actually. It is a biggest technological flaw, right? There we go. So that's my rant on that one. So and I hope I win the fucking. So what happens? So if I don't win the fucking jackpot, then I can win what, like $100,000? If like, I don't know, like 60% of the numbers match the winning numbers, right? I mean 60% of the numbers on any of my lottery tickets, right? Well, you know what? Well, let's find out. How about we find out right now? Jada. Hold on a second. So it says NJ Lottery, right? So let's find out NJ Lottery. I'm sorry, I apologize. You know what? Let me do that on the other computer. Hold on a second. Let me get back onto the other computer, which is actually, blocked by the MacBook Air that I'm using to do my podcast. No, I can do that on my fucking phone. Hold on a second. So, NJLottery.com, right? Winning numbers. So I was supposed to look up yesterday, but it was midnight, so, Oh, so this breakfast place, right? I'm going to check it out tomorrow on Morris Street. It's called Sam M. The menus at Sam M are a celebration of good, simple Food, our daily menu changes. So it's like a cafe about. Okay, same name. Paula Souk is our original location where we started celebrating. Breakfast daily in 2013. Nestled on the small neighborhood side street, we have become a daily favorite of our neighbors as well as a destination for our town. Blah 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 blah. It goes on and on. Blah blah blah. Okay, so let's go to NJ. Okay, sorry, a lot of distractions. Don't be distracted, sir. Just go to njlottery.com. Jesus. Okay, so what am I looking at? Mega Millions? Okay, hold on a second. This is the fucking problem with like opening like websites on your phone, right? Because it just automatically takes you into fucking like phone mode instead of a desktop mode. Mega Millions. Okay, here we go. Mega Millions. Okay, so winning numbers, right? Here we go. 12/27/2019. Winning numbers are 17, 34, 40, 63, 64, 24. Oh my fucking god. So 17, 34, 40, 63, 64, 24. And I don't have any of these fucking numbers. Do I have at least like at least one number in one of at least in one of the 4 tickets I have? Let me see. 17, 34, 40, 63, 64, 24. Oh, they are 63 and 64. Oh, consecutive fucking number. 63, 64. 63, 64. They are 2 consecutive numbers. How about 37, 48? 37, 48. 63, 64. Yes, I had the 34, 40. 34, 40. 34, 40. No. 17, 34, 40, 63, 64, 24. Jesus fucking Christ. So that means that I probably have won like $2, right? $2 for like an $8 ticket. Huh? Isn't that like a fucking loss of like fucking $6? I think so. But, okay, so there you go. Alright, so 63, 64. You know what? I'll stop by at the liquor store where I usually buy these lottery tickets from, and find out how much I have won. Right? Okay. All right. So I don't want to go on and on about this one. It's already 38 minutes, everyone. I presume you all are having a great Saturday night. And I'm just going to take it easy, right? We're going to probably go out tomorrow to a restaurant here in Jersey City. I don't know, hibachi place maybe? Not hibachi place, maybe the Persian place up in Hoboken. Right? If I pick her up in Hoboken, then probably we'll go to the Persian place. Their food is fucking amazing, phenomenal. The basmati rice, man, oh my god, the chicken skewers and all that, right? Amazing food. But I cook some amazing food too, you know, as you all know from, watching my cooking videos on my channel, right? You know what, maybe I should do a different channel for cooking as opposed to podcast. Nah. Listen, I'm doing this for fun, okay? I'm doing this for fucking fun, okay? I'm not doing this for like fucking as a fucking career, because I have a career, although I do want to get into acting. Oh, by the way, so this is what happens with acting, right? That guy Mark, right, Stolzenberg, so I texted him the other night. Hey Mark, I'm sorry to like text you late, but I think I want to like do like a specialized kind of like acting classes, a little more advanced. And then he sends me a text back, $500 for advanced classes, which are usually on Tuesdays. Not usually, but they are on Tuesdays, right? So I think I'm going to sign up for that. But there are lots going on in my life, you know, like especially career-wise. You know, moving my main office to Jersey City and trying to find a tenant through my landlord and all that. I need to have this first settled out first. I mean, once I'm settled down here in Jersey City, then I can basically, maybe I can even find like acting classes here in Jersey City. Who knows, right? Maybe, yeah, who knows? Why? Is that like you're cutting ties off with a fucking Manhattan? I can't. Because I have most of my clients in Manhattan. Alright, so, and this is the other fucking thing happened, right? I told you guys, some of the people that I work with, that I do want to cut ties off, because they can't keep up with the technology, and they are so fucking horrible, in a sense that they have no fucking clue what the fuck they're doing, you know? I don't want to get into like fucking like my you know, into rant on for my work, but some of the especially like the expediters. Oh my fucking god, the old school ones, you know. But in any case, okay, so it's already 41 minutes. So maybe you should just get into our cheat sheet, right? All right. So my first topic: Boing's dock failure at ISS. So what the fuck happened with Boing's dock failure? Okay, so I'll give you guys a little one-on-one on this one. As you all know, NASA actually used to have its shuttle, right? And I don't fucking understand why they actually grounded the shuttle, and they're paying, as you all know, maybe you all don't know, or some of you know, that NASA pays about $80 million to transport whatever the hell they have to transport to the International Space Station from Earth, right? And they used to have the Russian Space Agency from, what is that place? Kazakhstan? Where the fuck it is, right? They have a launching pad there, and then they would use the Russian rockets. They'll pay them $80 million, or where the fuck it is, right? So they actually had Boeing actually tried. I think it was like a, what was it, like a fucking prototype mission where no, it was not a prototype mission. It was a mission to basically take goods, including gifts, you know, holiday gifts, to astronauts who are up there in the International Space Station, aka what I call it, the junk. But there was no human load. And so for some fucking reason, Boeing, you know, Boeing has a lot of fucking problems, I think. Remember 737 and all that fucking bullshit? I think Boeing is but in any case, okay, I don't want to go on a rant about Boeing, but apparently the docking capsule, right, module, somehow did not have the correct coordinates, and so it couldn't dock into the International Space Station. As you all know, I discussed this in one of my last podcasts, that SpaceX actually did have a very successful dock with one of its modules into the International Space Station. It opened the locks and all that, right? Everything went fine. I think NASA is going to use SpaceX as opposed to fucking Boeing, because Boeing screwed it up, right? Just imagine how much fucking money that is. But in any case, so that was an interesting topic, as you know. I'm an engineer, so I'm interested in something like that. I mean, docking, docking, especially, you're not docking onto a fucking, spaceship, not spaceship, but you're not docking onto a station that's actually on Moon or Mars, right? That would be landing, and then basically whatever the fuck you have to do, right? But this is like International Space Station in the space, right? Where it's floating around the fucking Earth, and then, you have to be very precise. You have to do your fucking calculations until, you have the coordinates of where the docking hole is going to be, and that's where exactly you have to actually be. I think you have to do a few, like, what do you call the few rounds of, around the Earth or around the station to make sure that, you are there at the right time, at the right location, right? Okay, all right, so that's my take on that one. My next topic is Aussie wildfires. Oh, this is the fucking bullshit. Not bullshit, but this is what's happening in Australia, right? Wildfires are becoming, what do you call it? Wildfires are becoming worse and worse. Remember what happened with California? But Australia has a bigger problem where it became a really, really, really catastrophic disaster, or disastrous catastrophe, right? Either or. And so they had the whole fucking town, just like fire came and just it's fucking blazed like the whole fucking town. I'm not sure if they were casualties, but they might have been. But in any case, part of global warming, huh? You global warming deniers, although I don't fucking believe in these emotional, like, people like Greta Thunberg and all that, No, this is a solution that has to be practical and sensible. Nothing emotional, okay? All right, so that was my take on Aussie wildfires. My next topic is Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, he's a great fucking... He started off with SNL, I think. First with, I think, the stand-up, and then SNL and blah, blah. So he had a show. I don't fucking watch SNL. But my ex-colleagues, they were actually sending me the links, YouTube, of Eddie Murphy coming back to SNL, right? After, what was it, like fucking, like, I don't know, 30 years? And this is what the fuck happened, right? And I was reading an article on CNN. I think he bashed, like, fucking, what's his name? Bill Cosby, right? For what he had done. And then guess what? Bill Cosby is in fucking jail, as you all know. His spokesman said something to the effect of, Eddie Murphy, you said that on SNL, and, you are just basically sucking up to Hollywood. That's what you are, I think he said. Obviously, Bill Cosby is angry and what the fuck it is, right? But I don't know. I don't want to fucking get into that. But you guys can look it up, and it was just fucking weird, whatever the fuck he said. But I think Eddie Murphy is still a great actor and comedian. And my next topic is reverse racism. Okay. So this is what happens, or happening, right? So I don't want to get into this because this is a very touchy-feely topic, right? So I think it's true on a scale that as much as white racist people in the past have done damage. I mean, I consider myself more like Caucasian than any other race because of my genes and all that, right? Because I'm 70% Burusho as part of the ancestry. And Burushu apparently are some tribe up in the Central Asian territory, that, you know, north, wherever the fuck it is. So we have some Caucasian, like, you know, descendancy, not descendancy. But in any case, without going on to the, you know, philosophy of the whole fucking thing, but I think there's something that I had to say that, I mean, as much as I technically I consider myself as a person of color, although I'm colorblind. I think that's what I should say. I think we are all human beings, and everybody should be treated equal. Although, you know, there are things which actually I was listening to Joe Rogan and what's his name, Jordan Peterson, about like how women don't want to, or don't prefer to go into engineering, and how men don't want to go into nursing, right? Those differences, but those differences aside. But I think something's happening is that reverse racism. I think that's the term that I'm using. Am I using that, or is that like fucking, or what the fuck it is? The point I'm trying to make is that, for example, so if you are a white person, right, and if somebody says something that's kind of racist about you, right, you can't say anything. But if you say something that is kind of racist towards even like whatever the fuck it is, right, other people, whatever the fuck it is, right, then there you're fucking guilty. I think it's kind of, I think the point I'm trying to make is that I think people should put facts before any fucking bullshit, in a sense that, I mean, I mentioned this last time, that it's not about fucking like, you know, I understand that, you know, white people, you know, in the past have committed like fucking whatever the fuck they have, right, against people of color or whatever the fuck it is. But if there is a, let's say, a 23, 24-year-old white millennial, you know, and then he or she is being discriminated for no reason but just because they're white, right? Because people think that somehow she or he is responsible for whatever the fuck happened in 760 years ago or 30 years ago. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So that's kind of like fucking screwed up in that sense. I think everything should be judged based on the facts. Yes, the facts are that you know, white Europeans have had a dominance and all that, blah blah blah, right? But now, you know, everybody should be treated equal, and that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not an expert on this. Don't hold me on to this, but I think that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Not that I've had any issues, but again, you know, this is what it is. There's racism in every fucking race. I'm telling you right now. I have been like fucking calling out names by fucking black people or African Americans or even my own fucking people. You know, even my own, in my own fucking village of Hanza, you know, because I'm, you know, I'm kind of on the dark side of my skin, right? So they would fucking discriminate me because I wasn't as white as they were, right? Fuck that bullshit. So just everybody has to like fucking calm down and put the facts before fucking feelings and all that fucking, this fucking race bullshit, color. This is all fucking bullshit. Okay, you are born on this fucking planet, and you do your thing. Don't make fucking noise, okay? Don't create problems for yourself. Don't create problems for others. And put the facts before feelings, right? And don't be a fucking messiah or whatever the fuck it is to solve other people's problems. Do your own fucking thing. Means that focus on your career, focus on your life, stay positive, right? Am I going to sound like a fucking, like, I don't know, who the fuck am I going to sound like? Dr. Phil? I don't think so. But you get my point, and my next topic is, okay, so my next topic is really a great topic that I realized after I had brunch with my ex-colleagues, and so this is the fucking problem, right? You know how these, especially, I'm not sure about the other careers, but especially in engineering, the engineers are, and this was the topic of discussion we had. One of the topics we were discussing, during brunch, that the engineers are actually not taught what they actually have to deal with when they come into the practical world. Means when they actually get a job. And this is the biggest fucking problem. I think if I do something where I was telling texting my ex-colleagues, I think I'm going to start a startup, right? Where is that going to be something like where I'm going to tussle with fucking like universities and schools and colleges? Because you know what the fuck the problem is? Because they don't prepare engineers for a practical world. They don't. It's all fucking theory, and it's not really used. I understand the basics of science and engineering and all that, right? Maths, and I'm not against that. But the last year, especially in their bachelor's degree, the last year, I think that's what they should focus on. Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to get into like aeronautical engineer? Do you want to become a building electrical engineer? Do you want to become a fucking mechanical engineer? Okay, so this is what you have. This is what you'll be facing. This is what you should be working on. You should be working on AutoCAD. You'll be working on drawings. You'll be working with, architects. You'll be working with different codes, building codes, whatever the fuck it is, right? They don't fucking teach that, any of that fucking thing to these fucking kids who are coming out of these schools. They have no fucking idea about the practical world. So that's one idea I have for a fucking startup, right? It's a very generalized kind of an idea, but you get my point, right? So somehow, I mean, if I want to hire fresh graduates, I want them to at least know basic things. But the problem is they don't. And that's the whole fucking problem, right? That's the biggest gap between real world and then the fucking college world, right? In terms of academics and all that. All right, so that was my rant on that one, and I think I'm going to talk to some people in the industry and see what they say. All right, so my next topic: new spaceship engine ideas. Okay, so I read an article on BBC or CNN, one of those fucking websites, right? Apes. And so, the conventional engine is, it's, what is that? Hydrogen with oxygen fuel, right? Where the fuel is burned and then, and that creates the thrust, right? And that's how it achieves the speed at which it, flies through the fucking space, right? But the engineers, and I think whoever was having these ideas, I think maybe jet propulsion lab in Pasadena. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but you guys can look it up. So they were talking about like an electric engine, right, with solar and all that, and then they were also talking about like a thermonuclear. I mean, I'm actually I'm actually all for thermonuclear engine. Thermonuclear engine. That's it. Thermonuclear engine. But the problem is that these human beings are so fucking backwards that they will not backward, and also at the same time they don't want to take risk. I mean, thermonuclear engines are very fucking safe. I don't fucking understand, right? So that was an interesting article. So they were talking about like electric engines, right? Electric engines and with the solar panels and all that, right? That would actually increase the speed of the spaceship, so you can, if it takes like 6 months to get to Mars, it will take, I don't know, a month to get to Mars. I'm not an expert on that. Don't hold me on that one. So it's already 1 hour, ladies and gents, and every other binary genders out there, huh? How many? But in any case, so my last topic is Joker, which I already discussed. That fucking creepy movie, man. Oh my fucking god. What else did I watch? I think I watched something else as well, because I've been watching a lot of like new movies. So I watched Ad Astra, right? I spoke about that, Ad Astra. You guys should watch this, especially you people who are into technology, engineering, science, and all that. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's a fucking great movie. What was it fucking? Oh, Alita. Alita. A-L-I-T-A, Alita. Oh my fucking god. That movie is like, I don't know. Not my type. Oh my, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to close out my podcast, and I will see you all next Saturday or Sunday, the fun day.